Hello and welcome to PaAcademy. So in this video series, we are going to be looking at polynomial. So we are going to be looking at what polynomial is. We are going to be looking at the types of polynomial. We have polynomial in terms of degree, in terms of the terms. So we are also going to be looking at addition, subtraction, division, multiplication of polynomial. So how do you add them? How do you subtract them? Multiply them, and some other things in the course of this video. So if you are yet to subscribe to PaAcademy, please click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss all the parts of this video, because you are going to be dividing the video into parts. So right here in this part 1, to start with, we are going to be looking at the types of polynomial in terms of degree. So this is the first one we are going to be looking at in terms of degree. So right here we have 5 different types of polynomial when we are talking about the degree. Now the first one here is linear polynomial. It says that's a polynomial of degree 1. Now if you look at this example here, where we have 5x plus 2. So you can see that the degree here is what is 1. The highest degree of the x is what is 1. So that's why it's what a linear polynomial. A linear polynomial. Why the second one is quadratic polynomial? It says a polynomial of degree 2. You can see the degree here is 2. That makes it a quadratic polynomial. While the third one is a cubic polynomial. That's a polynomial of degree 3. This is the example here. The degree here is what? The highest degree here is 3. While the fourth one, we have the quatic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 4. That is a quatic. That's quatic. Call that quatic polynomial. Now for the fifth one, we call it quintic. So a polynomial with degree 5. So if you have been following, you understand that when we talk about the degree 5, that means we having something like, let's x raised to power 5, then plus let's say 4x raised to power 4 plus 2x plus 1. So you can see that I omitted x raised to power 3, which I'll still explain in the course of this video. But the important is that the highest degree we are having here is 5. That makes it what? A quintic polynomial. Now anything beyond the degree of 5, we just call it with a name. So if we have a polynomial with for example with the degree of 6, we call it the sixth degree polynomial. If it's 7, we just call it seventh degree polynomial. So that's the explanation on the types of polynomial in terms of degree. So the next one we are going to be looking at is the other types of polynomial when we are looking at the terms. That's the next thing we are going to be looking at. So when we are looking at the terms, we have it as monomers, binomials, and then trinomial. So and when it's monomer, that is one term. So we are going to be having something like this. So if you are just having, let's say 3x, just one term. Now what if it has a 2 term? That is what binomial. So for that you can be having something like this, 4x plus 2. You can see there are just 2 terms there. You can also have it as let me use 4 again. You can have something like, it's still binomial, because we are having just 2 terms here. You can see this is just one term and this is another term. Don't forget, we are not looking at the degree now, we are just looking at the number of terms. So this is also what under binomial. Then when we look at trinomial, that's what 3 terms. That's when you can have, let's say 3x squared plus, you can see we have 3 terms. This is an example of what? Of trinomial. This is one term, this is another term, and this is the third one. So you can also have it in different form. So this is also what? A trinomial. So anything beyond this, if you are having if it's now in 4 terms, maybe you're having something like so you can see this one, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. We are having four terms. So this one, anything beyond this, we just call it what? Polynomial. So if it is 1 term, you can call it binomial. If it's just 2 term, binomial. 3 terms, like we have it here, 1, 2, 3 trinomial, another 1, 2, 3 trinomial. So anything beyond the 3, like I said, just call it what polynomial. So if it is like this one now, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, so you can just call it, so we just call it polynomial. Anything beyond 4, 5 and including this, they are all what? Polynomial. So the next thing is that there are some important things I want us to note before we move forward. So the first one is, now, not all terms must be present. So this is what I mean. So if you are dealing with a polynomial whereby the highest degree is 4, so what you are, what you might be familiar with is, maybe you have x raised to the power 4 plus 2x raised to the power 3 minus 7x squared plus 2x plus 1. You can see that in the degrees we have 4, 3, 2, 1. You can see how it is decreasing like that. All of them are what are present. But you can also have something like this, x raised to the power 4, x raised to the power 4 plus, okay, x raised to the power 4 minus 7x squared plus 1. So you can see that in this particular one, in this second one, you can see that in this second one, I omitted this and then I omitted this. So that doesn't mean that this second one here is not correct. So the fact that degree of 3 and then the one of 1 is absent from this second one, that doesn't mean it is not correct. There are polynomials like this also. So if when we start solving examples, you'll see something like this, whereby you can just come across something like 3x raised to the power 3 plus 1. You can see there's nothing raised to the power of x. So we can just assume, in situation like this, we can just assume it to be, okay, let me come down a bit. So that will be, let's say 3x cubed plus 7x. So we can just assume or take it to be 3x squared plus 3x cubed rather plus 0 x squared plus 7x plus 0. So by the time the 0 will cut this off, then we'll be left with 3x cubed plus 7x. So you can see this is still giving us this. So just note that not all the terms that must be present. Some polynomials are always like that. Then the other thing that I want us to just note is similar to what we just discussed just now, is in terms of the arrangement. So in the arrangement, if you notice all the what one have been writing since, the arrangement is always in decreasing number of the degree or the power. Now let me use this one as an example. This one we have x raised to the power 4 minus 7x squared plus 1. You can see that it is in the decreasing order of the power, or the power of, the power of x. Here is raised to the power 4 raised to the power 2. It's still the same thing if you have it as 1 plus x raised to the power 4 minus 7x, or you can just write 7x squared, or you have 7x squared, okay, that will be minus 7x squared plus x raised to the power 4 plus 1. We are still saying the same thing, but it's always advisable to leave it like this, in decreasing order of the power. So that is it for the part 1 of this video. So in the part 2 of this video, what we are going to be going into now is the addition of polynomials. So how do you go about adding polynomials? You just get to see what I'm talking about when we get to the part 2 of this video. So if you find this video helpful, kindly click on the like button and make sure you subscribe to PaAcademy if you are yet to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the part 2 of this video. Thank you.